job, man. You're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, 5'7".
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Let's climb two.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On play action, it's Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Hey, Haywood!
58, come on! 58, come on! It's just me and you.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
120!
I know you ain't got it.
74.
47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. Defense wins championships, baby.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
81.
To try again after the sack. Wentz, and the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Hands up! Wait!
Line 36 is our time.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton escaping the pressure right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They're running it.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Hines. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
218, chop. 46 down, man. 5-4.
On play action, Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. T.Y. Hilton. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Dalton to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, box truck. Let's go, great.
47. Check, 47.
That's what I do.
Chopper! Hey, kill. Hey, Ford, don't kill. Smoke!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
It's just me. Hey, exit.
Mike's 47.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Both sevens and Mike.
That's your son.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Switzer on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Nice.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Big Sears right here.
Practice.
Dalton here from the gun. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Saints 10. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Watch the shot. 61, matchbox lights.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Silver. Watch 36.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got him. Here you go. 93, 52, 96.
This will be Dalton again. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run it again with Kamara. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Line 36. Oh, you got deep?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You got him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Here we go.
15 yards.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now on first down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Demario Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Recon, 152 fighter.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready? 36. 36 to Mike. I got wide. 66. Pull it. Half. Shit. 2-6.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Check.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Sunday. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I'm coming. Go. I'm coming. 58, boys. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. I'm bringing it to you. Watch the screen. Listen.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Switzer. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. A busy night continues for Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hands up, lead. Squeeze, double. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hands up.
So a designed run last play, now Dalton to pass. Looking for Thomas, he's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Austin Hooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 11 yards there, first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's going to look deep for more. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 36 to Mike.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
31, Eagles 14.